The Nobel Peace Prize awarded to the Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado could provide the American President Donald Trump with fresh political ammunition amidst the rising tensions between Washington and Caracas. Many believe that Donald Trump could actually use this moment to reinforce his hardline stance against the Maduro government in Venezuela. After being awarded the prize, Machado directly appealed to Donald Trump for support, declaring, "Today more than ever, we count on President Trump," by seeking help from the United States and other democratic nations in Latin America and beyond. Machado has amplified her plea for international intervention to restore freedom and democracy in Venezuela. Now, Machado has in fact thanked Donald Trump for supporting Venezuela's fight against Nicolas Maduro, calling it a decisive cause for a suffering nation. Now, Trump backed her words by reposting her message on Truth Social. Now, Donald Trump has said that the Venezuelan opposition leader called him after being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize and underscored that he had been aiding Machado's cause all along, calling the situation in Venezuela to be basically a disaster.
So the person who actually got the Nobel Prize called me and said, "I'm accepting this in honor of you because you really deserved it." A very nice thing to do. I didn't say then give it to me though. I think she might have. She was very nice, and I've been helping her along the way. They need a lot of help in Venezuela. It's a basic disaster.
Now, the Pentagon has announced on Friday that it is establishing a new counter-narcotics joint task force overseeing operations in Latin America, a move that is aimed at strengthening the already intensifying military operations. And the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has said that the task force is aimed to crush the cartels, to stop the poison and to keep America safe. Now, the United States' military's Southern Command, which oversees the U.S. operations in Latin America, has said that the new task force will be led by 2 Marine Expeditionary Forces, a muscular unit that is capable of rapid overseas operations, which is based at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. In recent weeks, the United States has significantly increased its military presence in the Caribbean, the largest in the region in recent history. So far, the missions have focused entirely on striking suspected drug boats in the waters of the Caribbean. The U.S. military has also blown up at least about 4 people so far and has killed 21 others on charges of being involved in narcotics trafficking. Meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council members have expressed concern about the escalating tensions between the United States and Venezuela, with the Russians accusing Washington of using a shoot-first cowboy principle in attacking the alleged drug boats. Now, Russia's ambassador to the United Nations, Vasily Nebenzia, has said that Venezuela has every reason to believe that the United States is ready to move from threats to action against it.
And so Venezuela does have every reason to believe that the northern neighbor is ready to move from threats to action with the bringing to bear of its naval fleet.
Now, Venezuela's longtime ally Russia, along with China, has been responding pretty sharply to the growing military tensions in the Caribbean. Earlier at the United Nations General Assembly, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had condemned the use of force against other sovereign states and has reaffirmed Moscow's full support for Nicolas Maduro's government. While China has warned that U.S. actions in the waters of Venezuela threaten the freedom of navigation, Beijing has also expressed its opposition to any efforts that disrupt peace and stability in Latin America and the Caribbean region. All right, now joining us on the broadcast, we've got Mr. Diego Sequeira, who's a political analyst, a journalist and a columnist. He's joining us live from Caracas in Venezuela. Mr. Sequeira, thank you very much indeed for speaking to WION. Now, this is a pretty critical moment in Venezuela, is it not? You know, the opposition leader in hiding, who's just been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, is appealing to the American president for intervention into what should be Venezuela's internal affairs. How is this being looked upon by the people in Venezuela?
It's a kind of paradoxical thing that you just won a Nobel Peace Prize and suddenly you're asking for the support for military action as the only way out to solve the political situation in Venezuela. This is something that, of course, is clearly perceived. It has been, the reception of the prize may have been mostly humorous, precisely of the lack of internal merits for this award, and also many people, especially the most politicized ones, are seeing through the stunt how this actually, it's a complementary maneuver, if you want to see it that way, regarding what's already going on at the Caribbean, as you clearly reviewed recently.
Now, the United States has a history of carrying out coups and regime changes in Latin America. With that being the case, Maria Corina Machado has just been awarded this Nobel Peace Prize. If she really has the kind of political standing as some people claim she does within the Venezuelan polity, the question is obviously this: should she not be appealing to the people of Venezuela to bring about a change in the government if she enjoys popular support, rather than asking the American president for help?
Precisely. That's exactly the key to all of this. I mean, if she had that clout, if she had that power and that capability of maneuvering, she already would have done it politically. But there's a reason why she doesn't. She doesn't, and that's precisely it. She's looking for an anti-political way out, and it's precisely a way out that doesn't involve the real actual effort to build up in a coherent political sense. I mean, there are many other actors in the opposition. There's a strong presence of a legal opposition that actually realize how going through the regime change way actually will squander their own political capital.
Right.
So in that sense, it clearly explains how she's actually following a different agenda, and actually an agenda that's very close, and this is also a fact, very close to Marco Rubio, which is Maria Corina Machado has been an asset of his for several years.
Right. My final question to you is this. Has Nicolas Maduro responded to the fact that a Venezuelan opposition leader has been given a Nobel Peace Prize? How does he see this?
So far, I haven't seen any reaction from our president. Probably he'll just make some side comment at some point. There has been a lot of reactions around the people who support the government, and actually condemning and just saying how frivolous this is, and once again seeing through the power play that this actually represents regarding the current juncture, especially in a very sensitive moment. We're talking about a Nobel Peace Prize that actually it's supporting extrajudicial killings in the Caribbean on a probable military effort that won't stop on Venezuela. It will go further. This is for shaping the region as a whole.
Interesting. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Sequeira, for joining us with that perspective from Caracas in Venezuela there.
Thank you very much.